Okay, next up we have got Araham from. Hey Araham, you're gonna have to help us pronounce Pomerleau. Pomerleau. Okay.
Concern.
Flash.
Hi, nice to meet you, Araham Martinez. Yeah, nice to meet you. Okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah, Araham. So, thanks for coming here at Bricks and Bytes. We're live. So,
Thanks for inviting me.
tell us like a little bit about
Pomerleau construction.
Pomerleau construction. You also just done a talk, right? So it'd be good to hear.
Yeah, sure.
Go through there. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Perfect. So I am Araham Martinez. I'm VDC Senior Coordinator at Pomerleau Construction. Pomerleau is a Canadian leader in the construction industry with more than 60 years of experience working on large construction projects on different sectors, across different sectors, from residential, commercial, institutional, and other sectors. We have more than 200 active projects across Canada, and we have around 5,000 employees with a revenue of 6 billion Canadian dollar per year.
Yeah, significant.
So a very large contractor, 60 years of experience. So I guess lots of data. So have you figured out your data in the organization?
Exactly. Yeah, we have a clear vision on integrated systems, on establishing the data layer and the data architecture as a foundation layer, and then we are structuring it to optimize our BDC workflows.
Mm-hmm. So like your current process right now is really about like the arranging the data layer.
Exactly.
Are you currently like step further where you're considering AI? Maybe you're using AI, or maybe you're in that kind of SpeckleCon where it's much more that infrastructure layer. Like where does Pomerleau, I will get this at the end, kind of fit within like, AI versus like getting ready versus not ready?
Yeah, well, the first priority for us is to get good data, right? Data preprocessing, data cleaning, integrated system rather than siloed systems.
So the information which is on the BIM models in Revit, this is not clean enough for you then to use it? Right?
We monitor that cleaning because we have our specialty subcontractors, and we manage and coordinate them, okay, in a regular time basis. So if the information and the general data of the specific elements is not the good quality, then we monitor and we track them and tell them and inform them about the quality to improve it. Once that we run that process, then we optimize our workflows from transforming from manual workflows to automated workflows.
Very cool. And how does Speckle fit into your workflow currently?
Yeah, as I just mentioned in the SpeckleCon conference, right now we are seeing Speckle as the one-stop shop, like the common data environment, like for data hub of our workflow. So it's a central environment that helps us to better run our information flows.
In what ways? Like what are the benefits of using it when you're working?
Yeah. So for example, for our processes that we need on BIM BDC operations on our departments, I belong together with my colleagues, Oscar Manarella and Yacid Ben Said. So we belong to the Innovation and Operations Department. And within that department, so Speckle help us to better optimize our data flows.
And like, what's the kind of like benefit of doing something like that?
Okay.
The outcome.
Does it transform into dollars, or does it transform?
Exactly. So first, time gains. We presented a workflow on automated tracking of specialty equipment, specialized equipment for one of our major construction projects that is healthcare hospital. We track more than 59,000 specialty equipment distributed across 6.7 thousand rooms and several building levels and sectors. So that's the level of scale. It's not only about the building, it's about the object level, tracking the parameters and the information that is required for delivery, for maintenance and operation management of our clients.
Do you design projects also within the organization, or the projects are outsourced, designed somewhere else? And
can be both. So we provide end-to-end services from the entire project life cycle, since planning, design, investment, financing, construction management, maintenance, operation, and the construction.
Okay. Speaking of AI, maybe a little bit, like how are you utilizing?
Right now, we are developing our internal. We have dedicated team on software engineering and development, and we are building some purpose-built applications based on AI power. The end goal is a streamlined decision making, for example, for approvals, coordination, sign-ups, etc. But right now, we are creating a chatbot powered by AI, and so that we can query the information and we can deliver also reliable information to our client.
So this is like an external facing tool, that people are using. And what kind of queries would they be putting into this?
Yeah, so the type of queries for now is, for example, how many categories and what type of categories within your model do you have? And this chatbot can also function even if the file format is Revit, IFC, etc.
Oh, very cool. I wanted to ask about some challenges. Right, when you're trying to extract more value from the existing data, what would be challenges right now? Yeah.
Right now, we deploy our own Speckle server instance, okay? And we face a few challenges in terms of keeping up to date because we absorb the infrastructure cost. We require regular maintenance development, even when we have the know-how internally, but for these updates and integrations, we use a lot as well ACC environment for several of our projects. And having this data integration would be really important. That's why we are also considering the newly Canadian hosted Speckle server, cloud server, running into the cloud.
Okay, cool. Can you give us a brief conclusion overview of the talk that you gave earlier, and what was the key kind of lessons for?
Perfect. Well, we talk about a few use cases from automated tracking of specialized equipment, quantity takeoff, 3D coordination, as-built verification, etc. on those use cases. But I would say that the takeaway is that Speckle is helping us to better manage the information. At Pomerleau, we are ISO 19650 certified. That is a really important certification in general for managing the information of our projects. And Speckle is helping us to enhance that capability.
Okay. Maybe construction is well known in having lots of data silos. Yes. Everyone works in their own silos and don't communicate. Do you find this was or is a problem within your organization, and is Speckle contributing to solving this?
Definitely. As I was mentioning, the time savings that we have realized before and after implementing Speckle Power Solutions is that, and also considering our vision of upper management and upper directors, is to integrate those systems rather than relying on data silos. We want to construct a solid foundation on data and integrated system rather than silos.
What about people who work in the organization? How do they find working with new tools, new technology? Because it's always all difficult to switch into something new.
Correct, for sure. I won't lie. There is some resistance at the beginning, for certain subcontractors or even some of the teams that they don't know exactly what is Speckle about or any other open source solution. But once that they realize the value behind it and how can they better managing the information, that helps a lot.
Good. What's your takeaways from SpeckleCon? So whereabouts? You're based in
Montreal, Canada.
Montreal. So that is the east or west coast?
No, east.
East. Okay, my geography skills suck.
Yeah.
How long's the flight?
It's 7 hours flight.
And you came when?
The day before yesterday.
Okay, so jet lag wearing off.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think of London? Did you come here much?
It's a great city. It's my first time in London, so I'm enjoying the time here with you. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, of course. What's your key takeaways from?
Key takeaways.
I mean, we're only halfway through the day.
Yeah, that's true.
The cocktails are not out yet.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty much looking to see what our colleagues in other companies are doing to learn the best practices that they are implementing. And I hope I can, and we can, as a company, contribute to some value as well for them.
Do you think like general contractors should get Speckle on board in general, or like that's kind of additional software that is nice to have, but it's not?
No, definitely. In my opinion, and based on what I have seen and been testing, they should implement these open source solutions such as Speckle, because it helps to better manage information, and that's all about BIM. BIM is information, so
Source about.
yeah.
Oh, do you have any more, Martin?
No, I think we've went through a lot of things. What else should we ask you? And we have.
I have one.
Yeah.
Most exciting project you worked on?
Oh, a big healthcare hospital. It's $1 billion project. So
With B.
yeah,
$1 billion.
billion dollar project. So it's very large, complex systems, lots of multidisciplinary teams, and yeah. So that's the most exciting.
Yeah, sounds cool. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ram.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate this time.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.